Egyptian satirist Bassam Youssef has said he is not troubled by an outstanding arrest warrant for making fun of President Mohamed Mursi and insulting Islam.
احنا كنا متوقعين يحصل قضية بس ما كناش متوقعين ان يحصل العدد ده في الوقت ده.
We expected that we'd be sued, but we did not expect there to be so many lawsuits during this period. I accept them, but I hear the news and go on with my work. Because if we let these lawsuits bleed us dry, we'd never be able to work on getting the show out each week. So I don't allow these things to affect us.
فأنا مش بخلي الحاجات دي تأثر علينا يعني مجرد ان احنا شغالين عادي والقضايا اللي تترفع بقى تاخد وقتها.
Bassam's weekly show is modeled on the widely popular news humor satire of American Jon Stewart. There are few targets, political and otherwise, in Egypt safe from Bassam's barbs, but a recent impression of President Morsi's mangled English has infuriated the country's leadership. Bassam's primetime show is avidly watched by millions of secular-minded Egyptians, not least because it takes on all who are high and mighty in the country for corruption, incompetence, and ignoring public will. He said Egyptian law protects free speech, and attempts to muzzle him will backfire.
Nothing can hinder creativity unless the people themselves stop expressing themselves. One could put up many barriers, but they'll only succeed if people decide to accept these barriers. If people feel that there are restrictions on rights and freedoms, and the freedoms of expression and thought, then it'll be their fault if they do nothing about it. And those who impose the restrictions will not be blamed.
Representatives of the Morsi regime are struggling with wide-reaching unrest and have avoided appearing on Bassam's show like, well, any of the biblical plagues. But Bassam argues Mursi and his ruling party, the Islamic Brotherhood, should come forward and speak their piece on his show if one of his jokes has upset them.
What do you have planned for us, Mr. President? And I'd also ask him on the Renaissance program. I do not have any personal vendettas against anyone. On the contrary, it would be an honor for me to host any of those I criticize. It would be a success for myself and also a success for freedom of thought and expression, as it would send a message to the people that the Muslim Brotherhood are in power. They accept criticism, and that once they leave the show, I'd still criticize them. This happens all over the world, so why can't it be for us?
Egypt's Prosecutor General has said Bassam will be arrested in coming days. Bassam said he is glad to come in and be interrogated anytime the authorities want. He jokes, if they want to send a car, that will save me the price of a taxi. But only hours after he made the joke, Bassam turned himself in to authorities in Cairo. He was upbeat as he made his way towards the Prosecutor General's office, and a thick crowd of supporters cheered him on. A week ago, the Muslim Brotherhood ordered the arrest of several opposition activists on charges of inciting violence. Bassam's position is unchanged. He just wants to make people laugh.